Stoney, Lions got a game this week. Mm-hmm. Likely the 3 seed, but an outside shot at the 2 seed if they win, and the Cowboys and Eagles both lose. Problem for Detroit, they're not going to know the scenario when they kick off on Sunday at 1 o'clock.
NFL screwing the Lions again.
But what do? Do you, this is your favorite thing,
I know,
rest players, bubble wrap them up and play it safe? Or do you say, you know what, there's still something on the line?
I think because there's still a little something on the line, it's a big thing on the line, but the chances that it'll make a difference are small in my opinion, because I don't think Philly and Dallas both are going to lose, although I will not be stunned if Philly loses. I would play the game normal, and then as the game goes down, no matter how the score out of this, like basically phase guys out slowly and get as many of the reserves in as you can. You still have to put a team out there. It's not like you're going to, bring guys up from the minors. I don't want to see a practice squad full lineup, but after 3 quarters, it's time to say, all right, you know what? We're counting our blessings. Our quarterback was one of the few quarterbacks who did not get hurt and miss any time this year. Let's save it and not have to deal with it and just put him aside.
I think there's a curiosity to see Hendon Hooker.
Well, there is.
But I don't want to put it ahead of the 2 seed. And I know it's a very slim chance, but I'd still take that chance because of what it would mean. And it only makes last week hurt even more when you consider where they would have been.
Right.
If they win and everything else happens, they're the 2 and they control their own destiny,
right,
and you play your guys and you lock that spot up. But the dream's not dead. And
correct.
I think until the dream's officially dead, you do have to play to win this game. And if it means playing guys 4 quarters, so be it. I think the reward is worth it. Again, multiple home playoff games in front of you if you secure the 2 seed.
Yeah, I get that. I mean,
the other scenario that would have been nice for the Lions would have been the world where they lose, but Philly would have won last week, and you're the 3 seed.
Right.
And then you can say, hey, this offensive line that is so important, I don't know if Dan Campbell would have done it or not, but you could have made the case to rest a couple of those key guys and sit Jared Goff and play Hendon Hooker just to see. But instead, they're in limbo, and I think while it's still possible, you have to play your starters.
Yeah, limbo is the worst place to be in a lot of situations. Whether it's standing-wise, the teams that are not bad enough to get a good draft pick or not good enough to contend. They are in limbo. It's a great term, Jim. Like I said, I'd start the guys normally and then just, phase guys in and out or, maybe substitute more than you normally would do.
Teams do that. And so the Packers did it a couple years ago against the Lions. How do you draw the line, though? You're like, all right, Decker, you get to leave in the 3rd quarter, but Sewell's done at halftime. How do you make the decision? And why do you make the decision when you make it? Like if you're up 2 touchdowns, it's easier. But if you're within a score, do you keep them in? It's a weird, you can't script that, right?
I understand that. I believe, just based upon what he told us yesterday and the way he coaches, I think you'll see full bore Lions until the outcome is known. Like if they're up big, early in the 3rd quarter, whatever, I think he should pull them.
I don't think he will.
I don't think he will either. Or if they're, getting blown out for some strange reason, like Nick Mullins has a career day, pull them. What's the difference?
I'm just telling you what I think.
Oh, I know. I agree with you.
Well, first of all, I'd play them. And here's what I think Campbell would do. I don't know that he pulls them at all. But if he does, maybe it's a series at the end. I don't think he's going to really take his foot off the gas, and he's shown us that time after time.
Right.
So.
The chances of it making a difference one way or another, I think, are slim. I don't think, like I said, I don't think Philly and Dallas are both going to lose. And quite honestly, I don't think you're going to get a catastrophic injury either if you do play them. So, but I don't know. I'm always on the safe side. And it's, as you know, I'm not. Jared Goff's a good quarterback. It's not like it's Mahomes or anything like that. But this team is so reliant on him. And it's no disrespect to Teddy Bridgewater. If Jared Goff, God forbid, got hurt, they're done.
Yeah, listen, you don't have to think he's top 5 quarterback to still understand what he brings to this team, which the drop-off is what it is on most NFL teams. If you have one of the 10 to 12, let's be conservative, best quarterbacks in football, the drop-off is you're taking over with a guy who's 32, 33, 34.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, and more likely the 40th or 50th best quarterback. That's a massive drop-off at the critical position.
You look at you look at the teams, the ones even there who are still, playoff teams, how many have had, major quarterback situations? The Lions, I mean, that's the other part of it to me is like, you know what? Thank our stars. We always say, people, idiots like, Stoney thinks the team is cursed and all that stuff. Well, you know what? There's a reason for that. And why take that chance? I mean, look at the top quarterbacks. Look at the teams. Okay, Miami and Buffalo, they haven't had really any quarterback situations, right?
And they're two of the teams that are alive.
Yeah, Baltimore hasn't. Cleveland, they have. Look, they're surviving with Joe Flacco. Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence has missed a game or two. Indianapolis, their starting quarterback, granted, was a rookie. They might be better off, with Gardner Minshew than they had Richardson the whole year. Stroud went down. Look at Tennessee, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Vegas, the Chargers, Herbert. That's just the AFC. Yeah. NFC, okay? Philly, although Hurts has played kind of injured at times, Philly and Dallas, you know what? They've had no injuries. The Giants, no matter what you think of Daniel Jones, he was their starter. He's gone. The Packers, their situation. The Vikings, their situation. Justin Fields.
It's been a brutal year.
Right. Go on and on and on. The Lions. No. Do you want to risk that? You've been blessed, basically.
Don't play with fire. I mean, that's the other side of the coin. 248-539-9797. The debate, rest versus you just,
It's not even rest versus rust either because it sounded like a bye week situation.
No, you're going to be right back out there the next week.